Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, everybody? I do hope you are in a good condition. And then today we will carry on our lecture. And then based on the learning management that's already decided that today I will discuss with you regarding to the source and then the case of the marine pollution. This is one interesting topic actually that's taking place all around the world. And then as the student who learns more about the law of the sea, this is one of the important things. Okay, we will start our lectures today and then discussing about the source of the marine pollution and the cases of the marine pollution. For the source of the marine pollution, we will segregate it into one, land-based sources. The second is marine-based sources. And the third, we will discuss about the atmospheric deposition. So let's start with the land-based sources. If we see some references, and then the references will show us how some activities by human being in the land will affect the marine ecosystem. So we can see if we goes to the land-based sources, there are at least three types of the sources of marine pollution coming from the land activities. The first one is runoff from agriculture, such as pesticide, fertilizer, and other chemical in agriculture run up into rivers. So that's what we call the human being activities influence the marine ecosystem. The second one, what we call the industrial waste. So if we goes to the terms of the industrial waste, so it means there are factories or industrial facilities release many or a lot of heavy metals, chemical, and pollutants into the waterways. And then, of course, we can conclude that it will be ended in the sea. So this is what we call about the industrial waste. The third things we call the sewage and wastewater. Especially for the wastewater, actually, student, this is one thing that people try to thinking more about this idea. Even we can say this is still new, but basically talking about the wastewater that can be coming from the urban area that can contribute the bacteria, pathogens, and then toxin, for example, this will be harm the marine ecosystem. And if we see in many parts of the world, the wastewater still makes its ways goes to the ocean. The second sources is marine-based sources. So it means this is directly for the activities goes to the marine and then released directly to the marine. It will be little bit different to the land, as I already mentioned, as the first sources. And in the area of the marine based sources, there are some contribute elements to the marine. The first one, what we call oil spills. I think this is easy for us to finding out coming from the some news or some references, such as like the oil tankers accidents or offshore drilling can result in catastrophic oil spills. The second one is dumping and littering. I think this is one big issue right now when we talk about the plastic waste, for example. There's discarded plastic, metals, or other waste from ship, fishing vessels. They throw away those waste goes directly to the sea. And then the third one, the sources coming from the marine-based sources, what we called blast water from ships. This is if we see in the regulation, of course, in international regulation. So we can go to the UNCLOS, United Nations Convention Law of the Sea, and then one convention specific goes for the pollution coming from the ship, what we call MARPOLs. The third thing, what we call atmospheric deposition. This is, as you know, the atmospheric, so it means the pollutants will result from the air. That's including, heavy metal like mercury and then persistent organic pollutants. That's what take place in the air, but that can be influenced goes to the ocean surface. This is the discussion for the sources of the marine pollution. If we go to the cases, of course, our discussion will be goes to the what the cases to prove it the sources. So there are some cases actually. This is what we can say. Not only we can say that conventional, but also we can say the legendary cases because this is part of the cases when we talk about the marine pollution. One case is that called the Minamata disease in Japan. Actually, this is take place in Japan around in 1950s when mercury discharged from a chemical factory into Minamata Bay. The second case we call Great Pacific Gateway Patch. This is located in the Pacific Ocean. Of course, you can see this is, the massive accumulation of the plastic debris goes to the sea. And then the last example we call Exxon Valdez oil spills taking place in 1989. I think that's all for the explanation related to our topic today on source and cases of the marine pollution. Finally, we come to the end our lectures today. As I already mentioned before, related to the law of the sea, you have to really mention about the United Nations Convention Law of the Sea. And then, of course, based on our material today that's talking about the marine pollution in the area of the source and the cases, I do hope you can go to the Sicola. I already put some regulation and then some cases that you would like to analyze this more. And then please don't forget to read again because we talk about the marine pollution. Please read the MARPOLs and also the London Agreement related to the ocean dumpings. And then after reading them, please write it down small article. We can say not small actually, but such kind of rough draft of the mini articles that you would like to write it down. And I do hope you can submit in the end of our month. Thank you.